What we are doing today is we are going to deep fry chicken wings in a turkey fryer. I've looked this up and I can't find anything really consistent about how to do it, so we're going to document this and do it. This is actually a 64-quart pot, and we're going to use the basket inside, because some of the stuff I did see is that if you drop the chicken wings in all at once, they stick to the bottom, and instead of having to try to dig into the bottom of this pot with something, we'll be able to pull the basket up and scrape any of the wings off the bottom. That I get this from my secret supplier, but these are, they're called normal. I think they are. They're called normal wings. They're a little bit smaller. They should cook faster. So what we're doing here is we need to get an idea of how much oil to put in, because we don't want to put too much oil in and then put the chicken wings in and then the oil comes over with the flame. That's bad. So what we're going to do is we've got our basket in there, and then I'm going to put the chicken wings in there that are, so if we're going to do all of them, that's what's in there, and then we're going to fill it with water to get our mark. So we're going to get enough water in there to cover these wings completely, so that when we put the wings in, we're covered with oil. Okay, so I've got it. It's about 3/4 of the way full with the chicken wings in there. So then what we want to do is take the bag of wings out and let that drip off. And we can count down to the dots. 1, 2, 3, 4. To the top of the 5th dot is where the oil goes. Now we're going to take this out, dry it all off, and put the oil in. We don't want any water in there with the oil, because oil and water do not mix, and it starts to pop quite a bit. And we're going to use the heat to get the water out of the empty pot. And on that same note, before we put the wings in, we want to make sure that the wings are really dry before we put them in, because wet wings in hot oil makes steam oil bubble over, fire, bad, very bad. So we want to make sure everything's dry, pot's dry, wings are dry before we put the hot oil in. Don't go gas then flame. You always go flame first then gas. If you do gas first then flame, it can go woof. We don't want that. We are using peanut oil. Peanut oil is really good oil for this type of frying. It's got a very high smoke point, means that you can raise the temperature. You're not in danger of causing a fire, which we don't want to do. With peanut oil, it has a much higher smoke point than like vegetable oil or even canola oil. The pot is dry, ready to go. Take the thermostat out of there. You can see if we can put some oil in there without going too much glug, glug, glug. It is glug, glug, glugging. For our water test, we wanted 4 open holes and the oil to the top of the 5th hole of the basket. Right about there is good. If you notice, I mean, you look in the pot and a lot of times you'd be like, that's not a lot of oil. But what I've learned is that the food displaces quite a bit of room in there, and this avoids the boil over. You're gonna get it on there, light it up, flame then gas, crank it full. We want to get this bad boy to 375. We'll be back. So we are at 375 in there. We have our Kevlar gloves on, and just in case, to prevent the flare up when we put the chicken wings in, is we are going to turn off the flame. The flame is off, and now we're gonna begin to add the wings. I think I'm only going to do about half of these, even though we could technically do them all. We measured the oil. See, this is why we turned the flame on. I'm getting some oil, like spitting over there. It hit me in the arm a little bit. Oh, one got away. Now, we're going to bring the flame back. No flare-ups. No danger. We did not need the fire extinguisher because we were smart and turned the flame off when we added the chicken. I'm using my gloves because this is hot. We're going to pull this up and make sure none of them are stuck to the bottom. Some of them are. There we go. Nothing stuck to the bottom anymore. And that's why using that basket is really handy. I didn't have to dig in there deep into the oil to try to get to the bottom of the pot. Smelling good. 10 minutes. 10 minutes and we're gonna check them. I'm at about 8 minutes and I'm getting a lot of them to float. Once they start to float, that means they're done. So I'm getting a lot of them floating here. Give them a little bit more time. We're gonna get them out and get them in the sauce. We dropped down to about 300. We came back to 325. Been kind of holding the 325 the whole time. That's fine. 325, 350. If you're holding there the whole way, they're floating. They're getting crispy. They're getting GB and D, golden brown and delicious. Yeah, you need smell-o-vision right now. It smells really good. So I've got a couple minutes left. They are looking amazing. They're floating. I'm gonna take them right to the very end because I love when they fall off the bone, and to get that you get them really hot all the way through, and they're not starting. I'm not getting any burning or any blackness on the edges yet. So we're gonna take them right out to the very end. This is just amazingly look. Oh my gosh. If they taste anything like they look, they are going to be absolutely amazing. No need for the fire extinguisher. That's always good. I got these excellent gloves. I love these gloves. I haven't felt any heat at all when I'm grabbing the handle or anywhere close. All right, I'm starting to get some black on the ends. It's time to get them out. I got a little black there. Timer just went off. We are at 10 minutes, so we are going to get them out of there. Oh my gosh, look at these. That's it. I mean, look at the carnage. We got piles of bones over there. It was absolutely amazing. I hope you got some value out of this. It worked really well. Actually, better than I even expected them to be. They were super delicious, even without sauce. They were great. And using the techniques that we showed you, we didn't use a fire, didn't make a fire. We didn't need one of these. So try it yourself. Make some chicken wings in a turkey fryer, and don't make a fire except a campfire. We're out.